Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So today is the first revision session for quiz 2. Uh,
So,
so
ma'am,
before
what will we do in the lecture? We will solve questions or go through concept.
I'll be solving questions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So first, but still, if you have any doubts in the concept part, also you can ask.
Yeah, I do
Right.
have some doubt if you can take that.
Yes. Okay. So before we start, so quiz 2, I hope the syllabus is clear for everyone, like first 8 weeks. So 50 to 60% of the questions will be from the second half of the syllabus, that is week 5 to week 8. So we'll mostly be focusing on lists and dictionaries, right? Because that is one of the new concepts you learned after quiz 1. So from the first half, that is first 4 weeks, it will be around 30 to 40% questions. Okay, but we'll be solving PYQs today, so it will be an overall revision. Okay, yeah, you can ask your doubts.
I have taken the screenshot of the doubt, so how can I share that?
You can post it in the chat.
Okay.
Um, 1 second.
Yes, I
Okay, is
have
my
posted.
screen visible for everyone?
It's loading.
No, my screen isn't visible for everyone.
Yeah, it's visible now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll be solving this paper today, but first let's check that out. Wait, I'll just open the picture.
I've also pasted one picture in that key by key. Unable to get that.
Mm. Hold on. This is the question, right? This is the question you have doubt in. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who asked this? Tanmay, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
okay. So let's see. So this is saying the following pseudocode is executed using words data set. Let X word and Y word be computational and thinking respectively. At the end of execution, show what will be the value of common dictionary. Okay. So we have two words, computational and thinking, right? So first
Hmm.
we have empty dictionary. So we have first dict, second dict, common dict. So three empty dictionaries are there. Then in first dictionary, we are calling a procedure called update dictionary with the X word and the common dictionary itself, which is empty right now. Right. So now control shifts to the update dictionary procedure. So in update dictionary, now you have the X word as parameter and the common dictionary. Right. So X word is computational. So I is one and X is an empty string. So while this while loop will run till the letter count. So I starts from 1. That's why it is less than equal to. If I started from 0, we would have it as I less than Z letter count. So here the index starts from 1. Right. So X is ith letter of the Z word. So ith letter means in first iteration it is the first letter. Right. So X is currently C. Computational first letter is C. Okay.
Hmm.
Then if not is key, that is if that word right now is not a key of the common dictionary. right? Then you create a key and put the value as 1. And if it is already a key, then you increment the value by 1.
Mhm.
Okay. And then the number of iterations to advance that, we have I is equal to I plus 1. So what is
Mhm.
happening in this loop? See, for every unique letter, a key will be created in Common Dictionary, right?
Mhm.
Only one key for every
Mhm.
unique letter, and the corresponding value is the number of occurrences of that key in that word.
Mhm.
Okay. So once that is done for the word computation, then it is returned back to first dict. Now second dict, here also the same procedure is called, using the word why, that is thinking, and Common Dictionary. So now Common Dictionary has been already updated, right?
Mhm.
It already has all the unique keys or unique letters from the previous word. So now on that dictionary only, you will again call this update dictionary procedure a second time using the word why. So again the same thing. For all the unique letters of Y, a key will be created, right? And if there are common letters between computational and thinking, like T is a common letter, right? For that, only one key will be present in Common Dictionary, and corresponding count will be what? The number of times T appears in both of the words together.
Mhm.
Okay, and then this is again returned once the loop is over. Then you have a for each block in line 5. So for each key in keys of first dictionary.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Can you repeat once that step from a procedure update?
In update dictionary, understand what is happening. We are just traversing through all the letters of the word, right? First, the word was computational when we called update dictionary procedure for the first time. We
Hmm.
passed X word. So we are traversing through all the letters of this word, and for every unique letter, you are creating a key if it is not already a key in the dictionary, in Common Dictionary.
So,
So this is
which
basically just maintaining the frequency of each letter.
okay. So
Mhm.
it is a question of which week, which you are explaining currently.
I'm not sure. This is someone's doubt, I think.
Okay. So
Okay.
is there anything means are you going to explain any kind of week properly, like revision is going
Yeah,
on?
I'll be doing a revision using PYQs today. First, I'll give you a little gist of all the new concepts, then we can start revising with PYQs.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so one second, this procedure calls update dictionary. Then for thinking also, we do the same thing, but now all the common letters between computational and thinking will only have one entry in the dictionary, right? And corresponding count is the frequency of how many times that letter has occurred in both the words together. Now, there are some words which are present in computational and not in thinking, or the other way around. For them also only one occurrence will be there because it's a dictionary. Now you have a for each block in line 5. So for each key in keys of first dict. So what is first dict? The dictionary you got back after you called update procedure, right, for the first time. That is stored in first dict. Understood?
No, I'm not getting here.
Okay. See, in the first dict in line 3, here when we call update dictionary procedure, right, we are passing X and Common Dictionary. Common Dictionary is empty at that point,
Yeah.
right? And then first dictionary. Okay.
Mhm. First
So
dictionary means
this
the for
first
computational
dictionary,
thinking, the
yes,
first
first
word.
dictionary is going to store whatever Common Dictionary is at the end of this procedure. See,
Right,
what is
right.
this procedure returning? The dictionary, right?
X is the element and
X is
common
the word,
dictionary is the,
Common Dictionary is the
yeah,
dictionary
and
for
the
maintaining
length,
frequency.
yeah, the frequency of that element.
Yeah, so that this procedure is returning what? The Common Dictionary after you have made all the key value pairs from
Mhm.
here. So that
Mhm.
is now stored in first dict. Now next line you come to line 4. In second dict you are storing what? Whatever is returned by the procedure when you pass Y and Common Dictionary.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. So now this is the same Common Dictionary, right?
Hmm.
So now when you are again entering everything that is in this Y word, right? So there are some common words
So
also,
common
some
dictionary
common
will
letters
have
also,
all the words from first dictionary as well as second dictionary with
or the
their
letters.
letter counts.
Yes, but unique letters only, right, as the keys.
Okay.
Now, this is returned back to second dictionary. So first dictionary is storing the state of Common Dictionary after first update dict procedure. Second dictionary is storing the Common Dictionary after you run the procedure a second time. So these two are not the same dictionary, right? These are different dictionaries now.
Okay.
See, for example, in the first dict, what is there an entry for G, the letter G? No, because it is not present in computational,
Right.
right? But when we go for the next thinking word, then there will be a entry for G also
G.
with the
Right.
frequency. So these
Right.
two are now separate dictionaries. So now for each key in keys of first dictionary,
Hmm.
okay, that means now you're going through all the unique letters in computational. Those are the keys.
Right.
So
Got it.
if that key you see, it is also present in second dictionary,
Second dictionary. Okay.
right? That means it's a common key between these two. Then
Correct.
you will again check if the first dict key, that is the frequency count of those two, match or not. Like for
Okay.
example, in first dictionary there is a key for the letter T, right? Computational.
Hmm.
T is there 2 times. So
Two
frequency
times.
count is 2.
Hmm.
Now when you come to the second dictionary, there was another T added, right? The frequency was again updated because of thinking. That has a T.
Hmm. T.
So that is now 3,
Hmm.
right? So wherever the first dictionary key has greater frequency than second dictionary key,
Hmm.
then common dictionary will store if,
The
that is,
the
if
first
first
the
dictionary.
larger value. The
Yes,
larger value.
always the larger value will be stored in
Larger
common
value.
dictionary key.
Okay. Got it. So far so good.
Okay, so what will be the value of common dict? Okay. What are the options? Can you show me once?
Options. So let
What
me
will be the value means it's a dictionary, right? So the key value pair they're
let
asking.
me open the question.
Hmm.
Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Ma'am, but I had a doubt that in first dict, only the dictionary for the computational word will be there, na? And in second dict, only for the thinking word.
Why? Common dictionary is being passed, right? Common dictionary is one dictionary only. It is
No,
global.
I'm talking about first dict and the second.
Yeah, but once you have followed the procedure update dictionary once, then common dictionary was updated, right?
Okay.
That was passed as your parameter. So the changes that happened is in common dictionary. And again, it is being changed in the second dictionary.
These are the options for the question. I've shared.
Okay, but please share
Yeah, I've shared it.
the options. Yeah. Okay, are you able to see the options?
Mm,
No, ma'am.
Wait,
I've
I'll share
shared in the
again.
chat box.
Yeah, wait, keep the tab again.
Or else, let me do one thing. I have few other query also from this question. Let me share you the link only. It will be more,
Yeah,
user
yeah, just
friendly.
share.
Yeah, this is the link. You can open this question number, say 10. Try opening this question number 10.
Wait. Question 10, right? Okay, let me share the screen with you first.
March 2024, question 10.
Right, I'm having some issue with sharing this.
Can you share it again?
Yeah,
Mr.
just hold on. The Zoom is having a bit of glitch.
You mean the link?
Yeah,
No,
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 no.
that
No, no,
options
it's
because
Zoom.
it is not. it is not visible properly. Means like it
No,
is
no,
not.
no. I am not able to share only. Wait a second. I'm having some glitch on the Zoom app.
I've reshared on the chat box. If you can open, then you can have.
No, no, I am not able to open the app
No, no.
itself. No, I'm not able
Okay.
to get the control of the app. Let me just try to close it and
Were
open
you
it.
writing also something here because we weren't able to see it?
No, no, I wasn't writing anything. This is a
Okay.
JPEG. I can't write on this. Okay, now I think you can share.
He has shared the options, Mr. Tanmay.
I have seen.
I've
Wait,
also shared the link. If you can open that, you don't need to visit the separate
I have
image.
opened the link only. I just need
Okay.
to share the screen with you, but the app is glitching a lot. Wait. I'll just leave and rejoin, okay? I
Okay,
think
okay,
that will work.
okay. Mr. Tanmay, is it your doubt?
Yeah, I tried to solve, but I faced some issue, like
Yeah,
concept
it
wise.
is a little bit. It is complicated. It is feeling.
Yeah, a few others also. If you can visit the second one, which I shared, that is also key by key, something
Yeah.
very complicated.
So anyone tell that from where they used to revise mathematics means like easily they will get, because sometimes we don't able to understand by lectures, and we don't able to solve some questions by just watching lectures. So if anyone have.
You can go to YouTube. There are few videos from there. I think it might help.
Yeah, yeah, YouTube, on YouTube also there are some summaries, but I just want to know that how, what is there any other way to solve this like questions easily, because sometimes we feel it's a little complicated in mathematics, especially I'm talking about.
Okay, basically, see what my approach, or I'm talking about mine approach. So what I do is I refer to ChatGPT and ask the system or ask the ChatGPT to explain me step by step. If I have any doubt, I again ask ChatGPT why this, why not this. So by that way, that can also be done, or else YouTube videos, things like that.
So
By the way, have any of you guys have got the access for the discourse after the qualifier in the October?
hello, hello, Mr. Tanmay, I don't get your point because I don't know how I just left this session. Uh,
I didn't get you.
yeah. Can
What
you?
point?
You were saying about mathematics. You were
See,
giving
basically,
suggestion.
whatever doubt I have, I usually approach to a chat
Oh,
GPT,
yeah,
do a prompt, and then get the answer. Like this is
yeah,
my doubt. Sometimes for the CT also, I approach to chat GPT.
yeah.
I'm
Ma'am,
not
but
able to understand this.
yeah, right. But how we should understand its concept behind the questions? Because sometimes it is not enough by lectures, by watching lectures, right? So yeah, I'm talking
You
about that.
can ask for the TA or the instructor session. You can attend those.
Okay.
That might help.
Okay. Thank you.
It depends on the person to person,
Yeah.
but in like most of the cases, CT and instructor session helps a lot.
Yeah, right. So are you which term means you are a student of which term?
First term.
First term. Okay.
Yes.
So how was your experience about like a foundation level and all?
Mm,
Term one and term two of foundation.
So far, I'm new to the course. Okay. So far, it's becoming very hectic for me, office and work. So, and this study.
Okay, so you are means okay, you are doing job and also study.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
This
okay.
is a part of my initiative, like for the upscaling.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Where are you from?
I'm from Bangalore.
Okay, nice. Okay.
By the way, have you guys got the access for the discourse after qualifying?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, discourse means like a kind of link they shared and they said that you can join that. But I don't know about which is my house. Still I don't know.
I'm not sure. I have mailed them repeatedly, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not getting my college email ID because that's the way where you can discuss your doubts. You know,
I think that will be given to you in the next term.
in term
Yeah,
two, you
after
mean
the
to say?
end term, you will get the
Yeah,
ID
yeah,
after the
means
end term.
in the next term, if you join in January term, January 2026 term, then there you will get it. Because with me also it happened that I gave
Why
qualified
so?
July.
Like
But I got
ideally,
initially
ideally,
I
once
got
a student clears a qualifier, he or she should be having the access to the discourse because that is the only way a
No,
true
that
engagement can happen.
you will get in next term only because in the term they don't want to, because you don't didn't get the student mail ID also, so it gets
Right.
changed. That's why.
Okay. So by January, I guess I might have that.
Yeah.
Right. And also, guys, like, can I take only two subject if it's like very
No, you
the
can take
schedule
one
is,
subject.
huh?
In the next term, you can take two subjects, but then but it's
I'm
compulsory that
planning to take only out for two subject in the term, given my bandwidth and all.
yeah, you can take two subjects, but you have to complete all the eight. So the other two left, one will be in the
Next
May.
term.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't aware about that. That's why I took all the four in a stretch.
Yeah,
Mm.
they make it the way that if someone is like you, so
Mm.
means doing a job, so you can do it, take two or only one like that. Like there is a particular schedule, particular duration that in these many years or months you have to complete the first year. So I think
okay,
that
Okay.
time
Mansi,
particularly.
also I have also a doubt about regarding a discourse section. I have seen means like visited a discourse by link which they have provided to us. So how to use means like many kind of sections are there like courses and all and
Actually,
topic.
I also don't use much of the discourse. Only at that time I use when I have some question doubt which is not cleared in TA or instructor sessions or any technical issue uh,
So
regarding
anyone
the exam.
replies there or
Does
what?
Yeah,
discourse
they
worth it
reply.
or is it a big hype? Like, does it
Uh,
work?
that I don't know because I don't use that much. But yeah, if we have any question, doubt, or any technical issue, so that we can put it. I also don't use much because all my doubts are cleared
if
mostly
you
in
if you click the link, if anyone can click the link, suppose if I click the link and solving a question, I have a doubt and want to see the solution, like how the solution is, then they are asking for your college email ID, means the IITM Madras
yeah,
email ID.
yeah, they'll ask it.
Hello? Yeah, am I audible? Hello? Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just my app wasn't working, so I had to get permission again. Just wait, I'll share now.
I don't know why it is happening. I joined and the session and after a few minutes I means like the session get end they're written the kind of message written there like session got ended. I don't know why it is happening.
No, session was not ended. I just wasn't in it. I was the
Yeah,
co-host. I think that's
yeah,
why.
yeah. Ended by host, they're written
Yeah,
there. Yeah, I don't know why it is happening.
some glitch happened on my end. Is it visible now?
No, yeah,
Scrolling. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it
visible
is
now.
visible.
Okay. Question 10, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, this one.
Okay, let's try. So, here in line 7, we are first checking that whose frequency is greater for that particular key, and we are going to assign that, right? So that means in common dictionary, how many keys should be there? Okay, let's go through this one more time because common dictionary should only be containing the common letters, right? So when we go for first dictionary in line 3 and do this update, then for computational, it
All
is
the common
calculate.
letters and the
No, not only common ones, just the unique ones, right, will be stored in this common dictionary. In line
yes,
3, I'm saying,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, so X is empty. Initially, X is ith letter of the word. So if it is not key, then create a key. Otherwise, increment and then go for the next iteration. Okay, so at the end, what should be in common dict that is returned? That is COMPUTAION and L. Okay, so all of these letters should be there with one or two frequencies. Then the same common dictionary is again passed in second dictionary, this procedure call. So now this is globally declared. That means it should be, the scope should be here also, right? So it should already contain the previous unique letters. Hmm. Okay, so if there are, so I think the way that they have tried to frame this question is that first dictionary contains only the unique letters from the first word, and second dictionary contains only the unique letters from the second word.
Correct.
Right. And if is key second dictionary key, that means we are taking all the keys from first dictionary and then checking whether it's the key of second dictionary. And whoever's frequency is greater in common dictionary, we are creating a key value for that. Okay. So common dictionary should basically contain uh, the common letters with the higher frequency.
Common letter within the two.
Yeah. So common letter between the two words, like T is a common letter. So for that, what is the higher frequency? For T, it should be 2. And okay, let's go letter by letter. C is not common, so it shouldn't be there. O is not common, M is not common, P is not common, U, T. T is the first common letter. So in first dictionary, the frequency is occurrence is 2 times, right? And in second dictionary, occurrence is 1 time. So whatever is larger one, that will be stored. So common dictionary should be for this key,
T2,
particularly
I2,
T, it should be 2. And for
T2,
I,
I2,
it is also 2.
2,
In it is computational, it is 1.
N2, N2.
No, N should N should be 2, right? In thinking there are 2 N. Okay, any other common letters? No, I think TIN. Okay, K is not there, G is not there. So TIN are present. So for T2
Should be
occurrence,
option B.
I2. I also 2, right? Yeah. Option B should be the answer. This one.
Can you tell what is the
Go for the
common
learning mode, you
test
can check the
represent?
answer.
Yeah, one second. Where
It's
can I
correct.
change that?
Learning mode, just you can click here, learning mode, beside the exam mode.
Exam mode. Okay.
Here,
Here.
here, you can scroll below, exam mode.
Down below the above the numbers, just above.
Above the
Above, yeah,
question menu.
above the,
Okay, this one.
yes, yes.
So this, I think,
Yes.
yeah, this is the correct one. But here I have one issue. Just let me
And
check
the
that.
common dictionaries
Yeah,
outside.
the common dictionary is global, right? So how is it being empty dictionary for the second call? That's the question.
It should be emptied at the end of the procedures, I think. Then it will
Mm-hmm.
work.
That's it, right? So before the return statement, it should be again set to empty, or even before line 4, it should be set to empty somewhere.
Yeah.
But if it is following this logic that first dictionary should contain unique letters from first word and second dictionary from second word, then this logic works. But I think common dictionary should be emptied out after the procedure call.
But we are checking the keys of the first dictionary, right?
Yeah,
And
and
we are checking
comparing
the second one. So it
in the
will be the
second one.
common one only, right? So we don't need to
Yeah,
empty a common dictionary.
but then common dictionary should also contain all the other letters, right? But that's not the case. See, common dictionary, it is only containing the common letters, but common dictionary was passed as a parameter to both these lines. So it should contain all unique letters.
There's no dictionary inside the procedure, right, which they are using to process. That is the common dictionary. So it will
No,
store
I
somewhere.
mean, my question is that here in line 3 and line 4, we are passing common dictionary only as parameter, right? And then in the procedure,
Yes.
this dictionary is getting updated. So later on, even if you want to change the value for a particular key, the common dictionary itself should still contain all the unique keys, not just the common ones.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what I think is wrong. I think there should be some line which is missing where the common dictionary is emptied out after the procedure. Okay. Any other question from here?
Yeah, I have one more question also.
Okay.
Ma'am,
BB,
I have question number 50.
shop name SB store, like that.
Give me the question number.
Just a second, let me check.
This one, 12.
Yes, is key, yeah, get key by key.
Get key by key. This line, this question 12, right? Okay. This is saying the pseudocode is executed using shopping Mills dataset. What will AA represent at the end of execution? So initially BB is an empty dictionary, AA is a string called none. Then we have a while loop. So you're going through all the cards in shopping Mills dataset, and if x dot shop name SV store, that is for the cards who are from that store,
SB store.
BB in BB the dictionary is updated using the procedure this and the corresponding card. Okay, so in update dictionary, what is happening? So we have a dictionary that is this BB dictionary, and we have a card X. These are the parameters. So for each A in item list, that means whatever items are present in that card, for every item, we are checking if that item's category is a key of dictionary D. Right. If it is not a key, that is, if you encounter an item with a new category, then you create a key for it, right? And if it is already a key, then you just increment it. That is, we got one more item in this category. So at the end of execution, it is returning the dictionary D, which is again stored in BB. So basically, BB dictionary is what?
The list of items that are being purchased from SB store.
You can see
See,
list of items.
for every card that is from SB stores, we are calling the same procedure and storing in the same dictionary, right? That means it should contain all unique categories of items that have been purchased from this particular store.
Correct.
And then at the end of the while loop, and at line 9 in AA, we are calling get key by key and passing this dictionary BV.
This
So
line number 9 is quite confusing.
Yeah, so basically whatever this procedure returns, get key by key, right? This is outside of the while loop. So now the while loop has ended, the BV dictionary is completed. It has all the unique categories from SV stores. And corresponding values represent how many items from each category have been purchased. So now you're just calling this procedure get key by key with this BV dictionary as the parameter. So see what this procedure does in line 24. So A is set to none, B is set to 0. Okay. So for each Y in keys of D, what are the keys of D? Unique categories. Right. So for each of the categories, we are checking if B is less than D of Y. D of Y means against each key, what is stored? The number of items bought
Number
from
of
that
items.
category in SB
Count.
stores. Yeah. So count of item from this category bought from SB stores. That is D of Y. So for every time we find a D of Y which is greater than current B, then A is set to Y. Y is the category name, and B is set to D of Y, that is the count. So A at the end of this for each block should contain the name of the category from which maximum items have been purchased from SB stores. And B is that count, that how many maximum number of items have been purchased from a particular category.
Hmm.
So finds the most frequent item category from SB stores. This is asking what will double A represent, right? So here A is being returned, so A will get stored in double A, which is the name of the category from which maximum number of items have been purchased from SB stores. So finds most frequent item category from SB stores. I think this one. Yeah.
Can you also explain what is A is equals to Y and B is equals to dy?
Which one? Which line?
Yeah, here 27, 26.
A. Okay. See, this is a simple maximization, right? You want to find the maximum, so you're checking every time you find a greater value, you're updating. So D, first understand what is D dictionary storing.
Hmm.
D or BV, whatever you want to call it. That is just a dictionary of keys and values where the keys are the unique categories from which items have been purchased from SB stores, right? And the value against each key is the number of items that have been purchased from that category from SB stores, right? Like there can be a category apparel, and against that, if 12 is written, that means 12 items from apparel category have been purchased from SB stores. Okay. Now let's say you find another category, stationery. From there, maybe 50 items have been purchased. So that is the highest number of item purchased from a single category in SB stores. So A stores the name of the category, B stores the count, maximum.
Okay. And what is dy means what dy is
That's
representing?
what I explained, right? What is D dictionary? What are
Yeah.
the keys?
Okay.
Unique categories. So D of Y for a particular category, like D of apparel, is 12. So D of Y is 12.
Okay.
Is it clear
Yeah.
for everyone? If you have a doubt, you can ask.
Ma'am, I have doubt in question number 15, the same.
Okay. Where did you get all these questions? What is this link?
It's quizpractice.space.
Like, is this created by students or?
That we don't know. This website was given by us, given to us by many TAs. So
Okay.
we are doing
So
from.
I think students have created it.
Yeah, alumni.
It's, I think, is similar to Discourse only.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you watch the solution, then it asks you to log in through your
Maybe
college
this
email ID.
particular page was created by students or something. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. This question, right? 15, publisher.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have a non-empty list, publisher, that stores the publisher name in each card from the library dataset, sorted in alphabetical order. So this results in many duplicates because, of course, many books have the same publisher, right? So the following procedure attempts to extract the unique list of publishers while preserving the sorted order. So the pseudocode may have mistakes identifying. Is the question clear for everyone? What it is asking?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in library dataset, I have multiple books. Now in a list called publisher, I am storing the names of all publishers of every single book, right? Now, of course, more than one book is published by the same publisher, so there are duplicates in my list. The criteria is that my list is sorted in alphabetical order. That means all the same publisher names are coming together, right? If it is sorted, like if Penguin is a publisher, so if Penguin has 5 books, then it will be all 5 entries of Penguin one after the another, right? If it is alphabetically sorted. So our job is we want to find the unique list of publishers with while preserving the sorted order. Right. So now there will be only one entry for each publisher and it should still be in their alphabetical order. So unique list is what? So publisher is that list with the duplicates, which is sorted in alphabetical order. So we take first of publisher, right? And that is the first element of unique list. So unique list is our list that we want to create. Okay. So we take the first publisher. Now in previous variable, we are storing last of publisher. That is whatever is the last entry in the publisher list. Now for each X in rest of publisher. So what is rest of publisher? Everything except the first element, right?
Right.
And first element is already stored in the unique list. Okay. And last element is stored in Prev. So
Right.
now we are going through rest of publisher. That is from the second to the last element. We are going to check. And for every element, we are checking if X is not equals to previous. That is some element, let's say the second element that you pick, second publisher, he is not equal to the last one, right?
Hmm.
Like let's say ABC is the second publisher, XYZ is the last publisher. These two are not equal. In that case, you can add X to the unique list.
Ideally, the element which you choose, the first item, the unique item, you should compare it to the rest of
Exactly.
list.
So that's a mistake here, right? Because in this way, what happens if you do this? Then, look, let's take an example. Okay, can you see the blank PDF?
Yes.
Let's say this is our list of publishers. Okay. This is publisher. This is sorted alphabetically and this is duplicates, right? So now, according to the code so the code is saying in unique list, we are storing first of publisher. So unique list is having A, right? Prev is having the last element, that is C. Okay, it is not in a list, it is just an element. Okay. Now, for each X in rest of publisher, we are checking if X is not equal to Prev, then add X to unique list and previous is now set to the new X, right? Previous is now the new X. So if we follow this algo, then this is the first if iteration. Okay, for each block, I'm sorry. So second element will start with this. Is this equal to Prev? Is A not equal to C? Yes. That means A will again be added to the unique list. So this is wrong logic, right? Unique list should have unique elements. So where is that? What is wrong in this? I
A
mean,
should
if
be
we go
compared
further,
with the rest of
there is
list.
a first element should be compared, right?
First element should be
So
compared.
if we even continue with this, so then prev is now set to current X. What is current X? A. Right. This line is here. Prev equals to X, line 7. That means in each iteration, prev is also changed to the current X that we just appended to unique list. So if we follow this, now prev is A. Now let's go for the second iteration. We are checking for how many iterations will be there for every element in rest of publisher, right? So again, now check, previous is now A. So is previous, that is A, not equal to, what is the next element? Again, A. Is this statement correct? No. A is
False.
equal to X. So this won't be added to unique list, but previous will again be changed to, what is the current X? A. For third iteration, if we go, your previous is A. What is the current X? B. A not equal to B? Yes. Unique list contains A, B. Okay. Now, prev is again set to B. Next X is B. So fourth iteration, B not equal to B, false. So B is not again added. But prev is set to C. I'm sorry, B. The current X is B. Now next X is C. B not equal to C. Yes. Unique list, C is added. So A, B, C. Prev is set to C. And last iteration is last C. Right. So C not equal to C. Wrong. Nothing is added. So we can see unique list is containing all the unique publisher names except for the first one. Right. Except for the first one. Because in first one, what happened in publisher, we took the first element and we already put it in unique list, right? Then previous was set to the last element. So A not equal to C, that prevailed. So we added A. That means A is duplicated, but all the other elements are not. So where is the error?
First is not an option.
First line is not an option.
It should be empty list. Empty dictionary.
What should be empty?
Unique list.
Unique list, you're saying that the first element should not be there. Okay. If I don't make the first element here inside unique list. Okay. In that case, if I keep the rest of the code same, does it work?
Okay.
So I'm starting with previous as C, that is last element, and my first element is A. So A not equal to C, yes, A would have been added for the first time, and then my previous would be A, current would be A. So A would not be added again, right? So this is the way, that is, this line is wrong, that we should not add this. Unique list should be empty, but it is not a option. Okay, let's check
Ma'am,
the
line
for
3
each.
is incorrect, ma'am.
Yeah, line 3 you can change to get it right, and line 5
Yeah, this
syntax
also
error
we
is
can
there.
change actually. Yeah, this can be fixed in this way also. We can change line 3 and line 6. So why it is saying line 6 error is there?
That is my question, ma'am. I was also solving and got line 3 and line 5, but line 6 is there. So that made me
I think
confused.
it's supposed to be line 5 because X should be in square brackets.
So they have given no explanation. Okay, let's try to figure out. So in line 6, they are saying, okay, let's do this.
Ma'am, I think
So
you can see in view solutions, but it should be, will it be availability because it asks for the student mail ID.
okay,
Sometimes
this
also
one, right?
there are also some errors. Don't.
No, this is okay. Let's not go for their solution. Let's try to figure out why line 6 they're saying is wrong. So according to us, here, if unique list was initially empty and not carrying the first element, then the rest of the code is fine, right? But I think this is the optimized solution rather than having. So in line, this line also they're saying an error is there, right, in line 3. So line 3, how can we
Ma'am,
fix this?
Ma'am, for
here
each
I
is
think here
separated.
is the closing. Okay, here is closing also. Okay, fine, fine.
No, syntactically it is correct. But I think the first line should be the one that is wrong.
Ma'am, maybe
Line,
the prev one should be inside the if block. So when we are adding it,
but it doesn't matter, right? Because, okay, so you're saying that if prev is inside the if block, then we are only going to change prev if we find a different element.
yes. So that's
Okay,
why
that
it's
means prev will not always be changed.
yeah.
But
That
prev is
should
line
be.
7. It's not line 6.
That's why it is saying that line 6 is wrong, that closing bracket should not be there.
Yeah, it should
But
be
then
after
line,
prev.
but in that case, line 7 should also be error, right? Okay, if we try to solve this way, rest of publisher. So what if we take init of publisher, then the last element will be gone? No, we can't do that. Okay, so here now, if I
Ma'am,
don't
if we
change prev,
don't take rest,
if we don't take rest,
if
that means if we take the whole
yes,
list.
if, yeah, if we start from A, then it will do the first check on A itself.
Yeah, but see, even if it does the first check on A, right, then also if we don't modify the first line, that is unique list is not empty, then A will be again duplicated, no, because A not equal
Yeah,
to
because
C.
A is already there in the
Yeah,
update
A is
list
already there. So that occurrence of A has
without
to be first
checking.
deleted. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this line 1 should be the error, but okay. Could be this is wrong. Maybe line 1 was not added in the solution, or maybe there is another way of doing
I
this.
think the error is in line 2 and 5. They just offset it by 1 for some reason, because if you correct line 2, instead of Prev being last publisher, it's first publisher, then the sequence works, and line 5 has a syntax error for X.
Right.
So
So if
with those
Prev
two
is
Line
the
lines,
3.
first publisher, that is Prev is first of publisher, that is
yeah,
A. If we start with A and
correct.
then check. So if Prev is A and the list is empty or not, list also contains A.
That is okay, right? Because
Yeah,
you're
list
starting with
contains
the
A
first
because
instead of C.
right. So here A not
Instead of
equal
yeah,
to A will not work. So A
yeah.
will not be added again. Okay, then when we go for the next iteration, then Prev is now set to.
Yeah, our issue is only with the first iteration, right? So then the remaining will follow as it is, because we are
Yeah,
starting
but
with A instead of C.
do you want to have line 7 outside the brace or inside the brace for each block?
No, 7 is also right. I think the answers,
So if we keep
instead of error
everything
3, it's
else
error 2,
correctly,
and in line 5, the X is supposed to be in square
yeah,
bracket.
see, the
So that is
confusion
a
is that
syntax.
this thing can be done in multiple ways. Either we can take the first element out of the unique list altogether, or line 2 can also be changed to first of publisher. Both will
Correct.
work. Right.
Ma'am,
So
I
line
think
3
these
has
answers
an
are
error.
wrong.
Line
line
3 has
3,
error because 4 and each are separated. They should be connected to each other. 4 each are separated.
in other procedures for each is
No.
used
In
together.
question 15.
No, I get that. I'm just checking. Okay, you mean this kind of syntax error, but this is not very
Yeah,
logical
this
error.
Pseudocode, it's not a code, it's just
It's not even a logical error. I mean, it's just could be. I mean, I don't know where these questions are from. Maybe okay, they are
okay,
saying this is
ma'am, leave
from
it.
2024 March. Could be,
Leave
but
it.
the logical error, if we take this for each and everything syntactically correct, the logical error is either you have unique list empty as beginning or start previous from the first element, right?
So,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
then according to you, the answer should be that error is in line 2.
Either that or error is in line 1.
Line
I
1
also
for
thought,
sure, because every dictionary should start with the empty dictionary, because we
It is
haven't
list,
seen yet.
no? It
Yeah,
is list, it is not
we have
dictionary.
same thing. It's an empty list. We haven't seen anything. We are about to
Yeah,
append.
that's the thing that I'm not
Yeah.
trying to take, but again, in some cases, what happens, we start with the first element because then we can compare the duplicates. That first element is not equal to second element. Like this also we can do. So both ways it can go. Either line 1 you change or line 2 you change. Okay, but either of those lines are not in the option. So I think let's
I
not waste
I
time
think
on this.
it is correct because the first element is already added in the unique list, right? And the
Hmm.
rest is like it is comparing with the rest, right? So
It is
first
comparing with
element,
the rest, but see, it is not comparing the rest with the first element. It is comparing with previous, which contains the last element. So if first two elements are same, there is nothing to compare those two, right? First element is already there. Second A will also be stored as a
okay,
duplicate.
got it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other question in this? These 16 questions are here. Or
No,
should we
ma'am.
discuss the PYQ?
We can go.
ma'am, we can go.
Yeah. See, this paper I took because here I think there's a good distribution of all types of questions. Okay. So if we discuss this, it will be good revision. So this is your quiz 2 paper from the last term, right? Okay. So initially, see this question. This is again for 4 marks. Okay. So we have a list A, we have an empty list B. For each number in A, check condition number. So check condition is some procedure in which we pass the number, right? For each of the elements in A. And if it gives true, since it is only given as the call, right? Only the function call is given. So it has to return a Boolean value for the if block to work. So if it is true, then the number is added to the list B. Okay. So if at the end of execution B is containing 3 and 5, then choose the correct code. So for what logic of this check condition function, 3 and 5 will be present and no other, right, in
prime
B
number.
list. So let's check the first option. Could be prime number logic because all others are not prime. Okay. First, it is saying j is set to 2, flag is set to false while j less than x. Yeah, this is prime number. So remainder of xj is equal to 0. So what is happening here? J is starting from 2, flag is set to false. So while j less than x, that means what is your first x? 3. Right? So 2 is less than 3. So remainder of x comma j is how much? 1. Is 1 exactly equal to 0? No. So
One,
flag
yes.
flag remains false. But again, I think here this is not the correct one because flag should be set to true at some point, right? Otherwise, here flag remains false for every option. So from there only you can eliminate this option because flag was never set to true. So the number would never be added to B, right? So this doesn't work. This one, let's say flag is starting with true. My number is 3. So 2 less than 3, yes. Remainder of 3 divided by 2 is 1. Again, not equal to 0. So flag remains true. J is incremented. J becomes 3. 3 less than 3 is no longer the loop condition. So return flag, which is true. Now, if in this condition, I again check one of the other numbers like 6. So J starts with,
Here
here J starts
the
with
issue is
3. I'm
J is
sorry.
3. Yeah.
Okay. So 3 less than 3, this will never work, but it will return true for 3. Right. Now, what
Yes.
happens if I give 6? Because for 3, so this will not even enter the loop, right? If I give 6, then J is starting from 3, 3 less than 6, flag is still true. Remainder of this is 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2, not equal to 0, flag remains true. J is incremented to 4. Again, 4 is less than 6. 4 divided by 6 divided by 4 is 2.
The remainder will be
2.
0, no? 6 is divisible by 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, right.
This is
But
remainder.
incremented.
Yeah.
Correct. So this remainder will give 0 for 6 divided by 3. So flag will be false. In that case, 3 should not be entering. 6 will be entering or will not be entering? No. 6 can't enter because flag becomes false, but 3 can enter. So now let's check if this enters 10. 10 is also an element, right? So for 10, first J starts with 3, so it will not enter, but at some point J will reach 5. 5 will divide 10, right? So in that case, flag again becomes false and it cannot enter B list. But when it comes to 5, then what happens? Is there any number before 5 which completely divides 5? J starts with 3,
No.
right? So there are only two options, 3
No.
or 4. Neither of these completely divide 5. That means flag will remain true. Flag only becomes false when the remainder is 0. Right? So for what are the numbers? Check here. For 3, there are no numbers before 3, right? That divide 3. But for 8, if J starts from 2 or 3, we will still reach 4. That means here the remainder will become 0 at some point. Same for 15. When J starts from 3, or even if J is at 5, this will divide 15. For 6 we saw, for 10 we saw. So only for 3 and 5, the flag remains true, so it will be added. So option 2 is correct or not?
हेलो
No.
अच्छा
No.
ठीक है फिर
Why not?
तो
Because
adding
it
ना.
won't add 3, right?
For 3, what is the case? X is 3, J is 3. Will it ever enter the while loop?
It won't enter.
But flag was set to true before the while loop, right? So flag will be
Just
returned
true.
anyways.
Okay, got it.
So 3 will enter. 5 will also
Ma'am, if you
enter, but
take
the
3
other
and
ones won't.
8, you will get 8 in the list.
If you
Because
take
8 you cannot
J3,
divide.
if you take
Yes,
J3, J
and
is starting
X
from
as
3,
8.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
text
take
as
X
8.
as 8,
But see, J is equal to J plus 1, right? So we will go for all the iterations until 3
Divide.
reaches
no,
8.
first
So we will,
4
first
will
yeah,
time
divide
when
8.
you
Yes,
take,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
no,
4
no,
will
the
come,
first
right?
time when J is 3
Yeah, first time
and
it doesn't
8.
divide. But in the next
Yeah, but then
iteration
it will
when J is
return
4,
true. If it returns true, it will
why will
add
it
X
return
to the
true?
list.
Return is at
Because
the
it's
end.
not getting in the if loop, no? That's why.
Yeah.
No. See,
See, I'll
for
explain.
8, if I
If J is
say,
3 and X is 8, okay? If we
Yeah.
go to the while loop, x is greater than j, so it will
Hmm.
go to the if block. The
Hmm.
remainder will be 0 here because 3 does not divide 8.
Remainder is something other than 0 then.
Not
Yes.
equal to 0. The remainder is not equal to 0.
So it
Yeah,
will
so
remain
flag
true.
will not be set to false. Yes, it will remain true. So you will go for the next iteration and j is incremented, right? So j is now 4, 4 less than 8, but 4 divides 8. So at that point, flag is set to false.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So B is correct. Let's see the other ones if this is MSQ. So j starts from 3, flag is false. Initially they're saying flag is false. Then if my x is 3, 3 less than 3 doesn't work, flag is false. So will 3 be added to B list? No, because flag is false. So
Yeah.
this option is also eliminated. This one, j starts from 2 and flag is true initially. So 2 less than 3, yes. Remainder is not equal to 0, so flag remains true. And you can't go for any more iterations because 3 less than 3 violates the condition. So flag will be returned as true. So 3 can enter. Now for 4, if we check, j starts from 2. 2 less than 4, yes. 2 divides 4, yes. Flag is set to false. So after this, no matter how many iterations happen, 4 will not enter. Like this for all the other even numbers, right? Until we reach 5. So now j starts from 2, 2 less than 5. But j can go for 3 and 4. That is 2 more iterations, but none of those numbers divide 5, right? So flag will remain true. So 5 can be added. So B and D are correct options, I think. But they are saying only D. Why is B not correct? D is correct. B
There's
is
a lot
not
of
correct.
confusion if you can write it and we can solve it together.
Can you briefly just repeat this question again?
Look, this is saying that A is a list of numbers, B is an empty list. Now there is some procedure called check condition which takes a number, that is every element from this A list, and if this check condition gives true value for that number, if it returns true value for this particular number, then this number gets added to B list. Now the question is asking, at the end of execution, if I want these two numbers in B list, then what should be the correct procedure for check condition? So the thing is, 3 and 5 get added, but these 4 numbers don't. Right. So let's check option B. Let's do a dry run. Okay. So our numbers are in A list 3, 8, 15, 6, 10, 5. 3, 8, 15, 6, 10, 5. First number is 3, right? J is also 3. Flag is set to true. 3 less than 3. Can I enter while loop?
No.
No.
No. Condition is not satisfying. So we will directly return the flag, which is true.
Yes.
So if it is true, please mute
Guys,
others.
my mute is. You can mute everyone.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, please do that.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I think the B option is like correct for the given numbers, but if we take 2, it will still add 2,
No,
even
no.
though it is not.
The thing is that it should just work for the given numbers in the list, right? I can't have external cases. That doesn't cover the scope of the question. So, okay, let's still see once. For 3, 3 can get added to B, right? So B currently contains 3. See, here the check condition will return true and number gets appended to B. Next number is 8. J again starts from 3. This was the first while iteration. Now it's the second one. Okay, second call of this procedure. Now X is 8. J is 3. 3 less than 8, yes. But remainder is not 0, right? So we won't be setting flag to false. But next, when you increment J, J becomes 4. 4 is also less than 8. So in this iteration, X is divided by 4 completely, right? So now flag is set to false. After that, no number of iteration happens, flag remains false. Any number of iteration happens, flag is not reset. So at the end, you will return flag value as false only. So 8 will not be able to be added to the B list. So B remains with 3 only. Similarly for 15 also. Right? J is 3 less than 15, 3 divides 15. So flag is set to false, false will be returned. So 15 is also not added. For 6 also, 3 divides 6. For 10 also, so 10, 3 less than 10, right? But 3 doesn't divide 10. Next increment J, so it becomes 4. 4 less than 10, yes, 4 doesn't divide 10. Next increment J, J becomes 5. 5 less than 10, 5 divides 10 completely. So again flag becomes false. So 10 cannot enter. But when we go for 5, right? J is starting from 3 only. 3 less than 5, yes, but 3 doesn't divide 5. Now 3 becomes 4 in this increment. 4 less than 5, yes, but again doesn't divide. 5 less than 5, you cannot enter the while loop. That means at the end, flag remains true. Flag was never set to false. So you will return the true value and 5 will be added. So B contains 3 and 5.
Yes.
This is correct, right? I think this is the correct option.
It means it is eliminated basis of while loop.
But the question is they have only given D as the correct one. Okay. So
There might be a
what is the
typo in
could be a
that
typo, but
case.
still let's check one that what is the difference between these two codes is that one is starting with J3 and one is starting with J2. Everything else is equal, I think. Yeah.
I think it's a typo error.
Could be because both B and D are giving the same result, right? Because see here also starting with J2 is not going to change anything because anyways for 3 and 5 we won't find a divisor, right? Because these are primes. Nothing divide them. And for the others we will find divisors leading up to that number. Like 2 will be the divisor because these are all even, and for 15 3 will be the divisor. That is fine. So both B and D will satisfy the condition.
Y2 and 3.
Is it clear? The logic is clear for everyone.
Yes.
Main logic is that we are trying to find out the prime.
Yeah.
So what is the rule? That for non-prime numbers, if you go, let's say 41 is a prime number, right? 42 is a non-prime number. So for 42, if I go halfway, that is from, if I go from 1 to half of 42, that is 21, I will find a divisor for it in that, right? For a non-prime number n, you can find a divisor of it within n by 2, 0 to n by 2. Within this range, you will find a complete divisor of this n, if n is a non-prime number. But in case of prime, you won't find. That's the difference. So if we are going from 2 to any number or 3 to any number, okay, if it is a prime, then we won't find a divisor. If it is a non-prime, we will always find a divisor halfway through. That's why for 15, you found a divisor at 3 only. Right? For 8, you found a divisor at 4. For 3, the divisor is, for 6, the divisor is 3. 10, the divisor is 5. But 3 and 5 won't find it as a divisor because they're primes. If I add 13 also, that will also come into this list. Right? 13 will also be added to B list. Okay. Could be a typo here. Let's add option B also.
But ma'am, I have solved this question. It is eliminated basis of the line number 4 while conditions.
But while condition is exact same in both of these. Option B and D. J less than X.
But for B options, this is not satisfied. I have solved.
Okay, let's say something. In B option, line number 2, J is set to 3, right? And in D option, it is set to true. Other than that, is there any other change in the code between these two options? Nothing has changed, right? Flag is true, while condition is same, remainder is same. J is incremented here also. Exactly same code. So it actually shouldn't matter whether J starts from 2 or 3. So why I think they have missed that option is because their J was starting with 3, right? Right. J was starting with 3 in option B. and flag was set to true. So they thought that for 3, this will not work. But it will work because even if the while loop doesn't run, I will still reach the return statement at the end. It is not under a while loop, it is an independent statement. So it will be returned anyways. So I think that is what they had missed. That 3 will not be added, but both of these options should be correct logically. Okay. Let's see this. Okay, what is the value of result at the end of execution of this pseudocode? So we have a procedure called build list. Build list takes a list as some parameter and then works something on it. So we will start at line 13. This is our data. This is outside the procedure, right? This is our data list, and this is result in which we have called the build list procedure with this data list as parameter. So everything is happening on this particular list. Now let's see the procedure. So first we have a scene dictionary, which is empty, result list, which is empty list. Now for each item in A list, what is the first item? First item in A list, 4. Data is my
4,
A list,
yes.
right? So first item is 4. Is 4 a key of scene dictionary? Scene dictionary was initially empty.
No.
So nothing is a key,
No.
right? So
Okay,
not is key.
sorry to interrupt. Can I ask why we represent means like both are empty? One is represented by square bracket and
This is empty dictionary. This is empty list.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
So not is key gives true when is key gives false, right? Not of false is true. So for the first element 4, is it a key of scene dictionary? No. So is key gives false, not of false is true. So in scene dictionary, the item 4, the value will be set to true. So currently scene dictionary for 4, the value is set to true. And in result list,
So the
see, the
data
item is appended from the beginning, right? So initially it will look like this. Now what is the next
Adding
item
in
in A
reverse
list?
order.
1. Is 1 again a key of scene dictionary? No. So create a key.
No.
So now there will be a key for 1 also, 1 set to true, and a result list becomes 1, 4 because it is added from the beginning of the list. Right. So for 4 there is already a key, so nothing will happen. Is key will give.
If it's not the key, then don't you
Hmm.
think we should be adding it like scene dictionary, then
Why? We are
item?
not trying to, nowhere it is written that we are trying to get the frequency or something. This might be something else. Right.
Okay.
So don't always think that if we are building a dictionary, it is for frequency keeping. Here, are we having any values, numerical values on the value side? No, we have
No, we are
Boolean.
appending. Yeah.
We have true, false, right? That means we are checking something else. Just
Okay.
go with the question. We can't assume anything that is happening. Okay. So
Mm.
for 1, a key will be created. Again, for 4, there is already a key. So is key will give true, not of is key will give false. So nothing will happen.
Mm.
For 5, again, a key will be created. So there will be 5 is to T. And 5 is also appended to result list. So this becomes 5, 1, 4. So
Okay,
all the unique
we
values.
will only enter the loop if it's not there.
If it
If
is not. So
not,
that's why not of is key.
not of
Right.
whiskey.
If not of is key gives true, that means
If
is
it's a
key
key,
is false,
if
then
if
only
it's
it
a
will
key,
give
then
true.
we are doing nothing.
Yeah, if it is already a key, then not of is key gives false.
Okay.
Okay. So for all the unique key values, like for 2, there will be an entry. 2 is to T. And again, 2 is added to the beginning. So 2, 5, 1, 4. Then for 1, there is already a key, so we won't do anything. For 3, there is no key. So that is also added. 3 is to T. This becomes 3, 2, 5, 1, 4.
I think so. Option C.
For 2, nothing will happen. For 6, again, we have to add 6 in the
Add.
beginning and here also. 6 is to T.
Option 1 is correct.
So what are we returning? Result list. Result list contains 6, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4. This one. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
4
ma'am.
is getting the last item.
Yeah,
That is
because you are
because of
always appending
line
from the
7
beginning, right?
from the left
If you
side.
write
It's getting
result list plus plus item, that is appending from the end.
Okay.
Okay. So all new
Okay.
elements are appended from
Mm.
the beginning.
Beginning. Okay.
Okay. So what will be the value of frequency dictionary at the end of execution of following pseudocode? Again, let's start here. So line 14, this is outside of the procedure. So we have a list, and in frequency dictionary, we are calling this count characters procedure with the B list as argument. So these questions are very simple because you already have the sample space, right? Here you know the changes are happening. You don't have to assume anything. So we are working on B. Let's see what the procedure is doing. It has a frequency dictionary again inside it, which is an empty dictionary, right? So for each C in character list, that is the B list that you have passed. So what is the first C? Character A.
A.
Is it a key of frequency dictionary? No.
No.
So
We'll add
is
it
key
Define
now.
as
will
a 1.
return, okay, first tell me, is key will return true or false?
False.
Is created
False.
the
For
false.
if false.
False, because C is
False.
not a key of frequency dictionary. So go to
Hmm.
else and create a key. So for frequency dictionary, now we have a key A, right? And what is the corresponding value? 1. Now next one for B, again, there is no key, so create a key. Value is set to 1. Again A, now we have a key, so just increment the value, value becomes 2. For C, there is no key, create a key.
Can you tell how we create keys?
Just by writing this. For any new, let's say I want to add P. Okay, so
Like making separate key
yeah,
dictionary or
just give the P or whatever your key is inside third brackets after the dictionary name, and then you can assign it any value you want.
okay.
Okay. This syntax things, please go through it through the lecture slides once more, because don't forget the syntax of dictionary list. Okay. So for C, we are creating a new one. For B, do we need to create? We already have. So just increment the value. That is this part. For D, we need a new key, first occurrence. For A, we already have. So increment A. So let's see how many unique ones do we have? A, B, C, D. E, there will be a one more key, right? Now just check the occurrences of each. For A, what should be the value? How many times does A occur? 1, 2, 3, 4. So A should be storing 4. First occurrence, you create the key. Next, +1, +1, +1 for other 3 occurrences. For B, how many times it occurs? 1, 2, 3. So B should be holding the value 3. C occurs once, twice. C should be holding 2. D occurs how many times?
Twice.
Once, twice. D also has 2. E occurs only one time, so E is 1. So now you just match with the options. So A is 4. This option is eliminated. B is 3. This option is eliminated. C is 2. Okay. In both of these, C is 2. D is 2. So this option gets eliminated. Option A is answer. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
I think these you are now very habituated with, right? It's just creating keys and storing frequency. This question is very common, right? And this is also part of many questions just to calculate the frequency. Anyone has a doubt in this? Okay. Check this one. The following pseudocode is executed using scores dataset. What will the values of A and B represent at the end of execution? So initially, D is empty dictionary. Okay, let's check. There are no procedures in this, right? So this is just one whole block of code. So we have a while loop first. We're going through the scores data set. For every card, you have to come to this if block and check if the town city of that card is already a key of the dictionary D. Initially it is empty, so of course it has no keys. Then the first card you read, you check the town city, you create a key for that if it is not already a key. So if is key gives false, that is town city is not a key, then come to else part and create the key. What is the corresponding value? The value in the physics marks column will be storing the value of whatever physics marks this particular student has scored, right? So for every new town city you see, you just store that as a key, and the corresponding value is the physics marks scored by that particular student whose card you are holding. Now, if some town city is already a key, then the line 4 is valid, that it is already a key, its key gives true. Then come into the nested if in line 5. and check that whatever physics marks is stored and your current card physics marks, which one is greater? The greater one will be stored, right? Updated. So if we see that the current, I'm sorry, let's take an example. Let's take a card. So this is the first card. Okay, this is from Kolkata. The person in physics has scored 78. Okay, let's say this is the first card I encounter. Is Kolkata a key of dictionary D? No. So let's create a key. So now in dictionary D, there is a key called Kolkata, and against that, the physics marks is stored at 78. Now let's say I go for the second card, which is also from Kolkata, but the physics marks is 68. Is now Kolkata a key of D?
Yes.
So line 4 is
Yes.
correct. So come into nested if, line 5. What is the value stored against this key? 78. What is the current physics marks in my card? 68. So 78 greater than 68. Yes. So now against Kolkata, the lesser value will be stored, which is 68. So now from this, you can imagine that for every city, corresponding value is what value in this dictionary?
Minimum physics
Minimum
marks
physics marks from that city. Right?
from same city. Yes.
Yes. So dictionary D is nothing but key value pairs of cities, unique cities, and the minimum physics marks scored from that city. Okay. After this is done, in line 13, the while loop is over. Now A is set to 0, B is set to 100. Now for each Y in keys of D, what are the keys of D?
That
Unique.
we stored in
Minimum.
Unique city names. Keys.
Oh yeah,
Value.
Yeah,
This is value.
also physics greater than X physics or X.
See, for each Y in keys of D, when I say keys of D gives me a list of keys of this dictionary D, like Kolkata can be a key, Delhi can be a key. All the unique city names are the keys, right? So for every key you are checking if B is equal to D of Y. Okay, let's take for Kolkata. B is initially 100. Okay, is B equal to D of Kolkata 68? No. Come to the second if. Is B greater than 68? Yes. Then A is set to 1 and
But-
B is set to D of Y, which is
But
68.
equals to also they are given like town city.
I checked, right? This equals to sign is checking that whether the current marks B of Y is equal to the current B value. So I am saying for the first iteration when B is initialized to 100, let's take the first Y or key is Kolkata. So D of Kolkata is carrying 68. Is 68 equal to 100? No.
No.
So nothing will happen in the first if. But come to the second if. 100 is greater than 68? Yes. So now A is set to 1, B is set to 68, D of Y. Why this is happening? See, after this, in my dictionary D, let's say I have the city Delhi, and let's say the minimum score in physics in Delhi was 50. Okay. So now B is equal to D of Y or not? B is 68, D of Y is 50. Is it equal?
What?
No.
No. 68.
Come
I don't
again on
see.
that part.
Look. Follow. First, let me define this. I think you are getting confused between the key value things a lot. Let's make a dictionary, okay? D dictionary is containing keys as all the unique cities and the corresponding values are minimum physics marks from that city. This much is clear for everyone?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's create that dictionary, some imaginary dictionary. So Kolkata, let's say 68 is minimum. Delhi, let's say 50 is minimum. Mumbai, let's say again 68 is, let's say again 50 is minimum. Then let's say Chennai, 40 is minimum. Okay, and let's say Bangalore is again 40 is minimum. Now, just according to this dictionary, try to solve this part of the code, the second half. So what are the keys of D? Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai,
Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, all the city names.
Chennai, Bangalore. Yes. Right? For first iteration, what is the key? Kolkata.
Hmm.
Right? What is B? 100. What is D of Y? That is D of Kolkata. 68.
B of Y,
Yes,
68.
ma'am.
Yes.
68.
This notation, you
Yes,
cannot
ma'am.
mistake this notation. D of Y. If D is a dictionary, then Y has to be a key, right? And whenever we ask for keys of a certain dictionary, whenever we call this function keys of D, this gives you a list of keys of that dictionary, right? In the exact order as which it is stored in the dictionary. So the keys of D will give you Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore. First key is Kolkata. So D of Kolkata is 68. Is 100 equal to 68?
No.
No.
So go to the second diff. Is 100 greater than 68?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
A is now set to 1. B is now set to D of Y. What is D of Y? 68.
68.
68.
Now next iteration. What is the next city? Delhi. What is D of Y? 50.
50.
What is B currently? 68.
68.
So first
Eight.
is 68 equal to 50? No,
Mhm.
nothing will happen. Come to second if 68 greater than 50? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
A is again set to 1. B is set to now?
Is
50.
Current
50. 50. 50.
50.
50. Now go for the third city, Mumbai. What is B currently? 50. What is
50.
Mumbai D of Y? 50. Is 50
50.
equal to 50? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now A is just incremented. So now A becomes 2.
2.
Now the second if, will it work? Is 50
No.
greater than 50?
No, no, no. We won't
So
go in the
nothing will
second
happen. Now go for the fourth city, Chennai. What is D? What is B currently? 50. What is D of Y for Chennai? 40. 50 equal to 40? No. 50 greater than 40? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, A is reset to 1 now. Previously it was 2. Now it is again 1. And B is now
40.
40.
40. Now last city is Bangalore. So for Bangalore now B is 40. 40 equal to 40? Yes. A is incremented, A becomes 2. So what is this A? What is A always storing? That is why I took this particular example. So you can relate that. How is A changing? When is A being
Lowest
reset?
marks.
In the
Lowest.
marks,
Think this way. Think the logically. When is A getting reset? That is, when am I setting A to 1? That is reset condition. When B is greater than D of Y. Right? That is, I have now found a lower physics marks. Yes or no? Like at
Yes.
after
Yes, ma'am.
50, when I found 40, that is a lower physics mark. So then this condition became true and A was reset. After this, when I go for Bangalore, is A getting reset again? No. A is just getting incremented. That means A is the count of cities from where the lowest physics marks have been scored. It can be more than one city, right, which has the lowest physics marks. Or it can be one city, doesn't matter. But A is the count of that from how many cities the lowest physics marks has been scored. Okay, now if you understand the logic, now you tell me if instead of 40 here, if in Bangalore the lowest physics marks was 30, then what would have happened? What would be the value of A?
1.
1. Because now the
1.
count is again restarting. We have found a smaller value. Right. So now this is the minimum value and only one card so far has this minimum value. Next, if I check for some other city, let's say Raipur. For Raipur also, if I see that physics marks is 30, then A will become 2. But now we have 2 cities with the minimum physics mark. Is the logic clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now check the options. So A is clear. What is B storing?
Lowest
The
physics
marks.
marks.
First physics
Yeah.
mark.
Okay. Okay.
Ah.
So now check which option.
Option A.
The option is correct. Yes. Option is.
Option A is correct.
Yes, ma'am.
So number of cities where students have scored the lowest marks in physics and lowest marks in physics itself. Right. I hope this type of question you are comfortable with now because this has come many times in quiz too.
Ma'am, I have a question. So in line 4, It says x dot town slash city. So what does that like slash means here?
Town city is an
Or
attribute of the card.
Sorry?
it is
Town
or
city,
like
town
town
or
or city. Or
so this is an attribute of the cards of scores data set, right? Like we have birth date, name of student, town, city from which he belongs, like this.
Okay. So cities stores the score, correct? Not the city name.
No, no. What does a scores data set card look like? Name of the student is there, DOB is there, let's say some name XYZ is there, whatever the date of birth is there. Then we have town, city. If they belong from Kolkata, then it is Kolkata. Then
Then
we
ma'am,
have physics,
how we are
chemistry, maths, math.
comparing city with the x dot physics?
Are you
Like
comparing city? First check that. Am I comparing the city with the physics mark?
X
town
town city
I have
didn't
written
I
D
think.
of X town and city. D is a dictionary in which town city is a key. That key holds some value. So that value I'm comparing.
okay, got it. Okay,
Right.
okay.
If I directly write X dot town city greater than X dot physics, that's not a valid comparison. These are different data types. Right.
Okay,
That's
got
why I wrote the dictionary in the beginning. This is the D dictionary. So if town city is Kolkata, the value is 68. Got it.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other doubt in this one?
Ma'am, we can also can consider X as a student or kind of X student
X
name
is
kind
a
of.
student. X is a row in the scores data set. Every row is for a unique student only, right?
Yeah.
X is
Okay.
just a variable that is representing a card in the deck.
Yeah, means I am saying we can take anything na, like name or anything.
Yeah, you can
On
take X dot name, you can take X dot DOB, whatever you need in the code. X is just representing the card,
okay.
right? After dot, whatever you write is the attribute of that card. Like X dot town city is the town city value that is mentioned in the card X.
Yeah. Okay.
See, if you are solving this type of question, then you should have that in mind that from week 1 to 8, the basic theoretical concepts are clear to you, right? There, it shouldn't be any gap because if you can't understand notation in an exam, then it's very difficult. Like someone asks, why are these two different things? So this has been taught in week 5, 6, right? You cannot forget this. That one is dictionary, one is list. So first go through the basics. If you need, just watch those sessions again or just go through the slides, right? Don't misunderstand notation in exam. So following pseudocode is on the words table. What does the list L contain at the end of execution? L is a list, empty list. A is what type of variable? What is the data type of A?
String.
String. So read the first row X in table 1. So we're going through all the rows in the words table. What does each card in words table contain? A particular word, its part of speech, its letter count, and the sequence number of the card. Right. So X is one such card. In A variable, I'm now storing X dot part of speech. Okay, so whatever is the word, the part of speech of that word is now stored in A. For example, let me say first card is having my name. Okay, so my name, what is the part of speech? Noun, right? So now A card contains my name. I'm sorry, this A variable contains my name. Now move X to table 2 so that we don't see this card one more time so that there are no duplicates. So it is moved to a separate table. Now you have a while. So while table 1 has more rows, read the first row X in table 1. So what is this? Now the while loop starts. So the first card in the deck has already been removed, right? Move X to table 2. After that, you have started. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's make this as card 2. Let's make this as, let's take 3 cards in the beginning so that you understand better. This is card 1, this is card 2, this is card 3. Let's say I Am Sunilika. Okay, so first card, what is the part of speech? I. What type of word is I?
Pronoun.
Let's call it noun, pronoun, something like that. Am is verb.
Verb.
Okay. Just give me a second. Wait. Okay. Yeah. So this is the first card. If I read this as the first card, I. Okay, which is a pronoun. A is now currently storing I. Now I has been removed from the deck. So move it to table 2. Now you start the while loop after this first card. So next card you have to read is am. This card. What is the part of speech? Verb. Okay. So is the part of speech noun for am? No. So first if condition fails, will you be able to enter line 9?
No.
No. Outer if fails, I cannot enter the nested if. So nothing will happen. Right. Now read the next card. This if this while loop closes here. Okay. This if block closes here, this if block closes here. So nothing will happen here. But A will now be storing the part of speech of the current word. What is the part of speech of am? Verb. So now A stores verb. Firstly, A was storing pronoun, not I here. Firstly, A was storing pronoun because of the first card. Now A is storing verb because of the second card. Now go for the third iteration, that is this card. So read the first row. Now you are reading this row. What is the part of speech? Noun. For my name, it is noun. Right. Is the A value article? Current value of A. What is the current value of A?
Verb.
What is A currently storing? Verb. So it is not an article. So in L list, will I append X word, which is my name?
No. No, it won't.
So basically, which words will be appended to L? That's the question. For that, what are the conditions?
Noun that are just after article.
After an article, right? If I find a noun which is right after an article, then that
Or
noun can be added to L.
can we say article which are just before noun?
Yes, article preceding a noun. But what am I adding to L? That is what I'm interested in, right? I'm adding X dot word, which is a noun, which is preceded by an article. So I can add it. So what is L list? It is a list of nouns that
No.
come immediately after an article, I can say. This option. List of nouns that come immediately after an article. So for this question, see, this part is just given to, sort of mess with you that the first card is removed and then you are running the table from the second card onwards. You don't have to look at all of that. The crux of the material is that they are asking what is L containing. We can see L is appended only in line 10. Now, before line 10, what are the conditions? There are only two conditions, that the current card is containing a noun which is being appended to L if the previous card was containing an article. Right? Like if these were the cards. Give me the pen. Right? So verb. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So I was saying give is a verb. Me is a pronoun. The is an article. Pen is a noun. According to us, we have to start with the first word, that is give, which is a verb. So that is initially stored in A, line 4. So A is currently containing verb, right? So now you should be able to say, why am I taking this A outside of the while loop? Is it just for confusion or does it have a meaning?
Meaning.
It has a meaning. Why?
As a
Because
meaning.
now if the sentence was like this, the moon is white, then the first word is an article.
Yes.
Second word is a noun, right? That means basically moon should be added to list L, right? But list L, this while loop starts from the second card. So for the first card also we have to keep track of what was the part of speech, right? This noun is also preceded by an article, so moon should be a part. So this is for the first iteration. That's why this line is given outside. Because we are checking one card backwards, right? So for the first card, if it is an article and the next card is a noun, then that next card should be added. So for that, we have to keep track of what was the first card. All other cards can come inside the iteration. That is fine. Okay. So it is a list of nouns that come immediately after an article. This is clear for everyone?
Yes.
And that's why I said this is a good paper. I mean, this is pretty standard, not very easy. So question 6 is the following pseudocode is executed using shopping bills dataset. At the end of execution, A represents maximum number of unique items sold by a shop. Right. So shopping bills at the end of execution, A is what? Maximum number of unique items sold by a shop. And text code fragment. So D is initially empty dictionary, while table 1 is more rows. So now you are going through the shopping bills data set, and here some code is missing. That is, for every card we pick, we are doing something and then moving that card to table. We have to find out what this part is, but after that, see what happens. Once the while loop is closing, A is set to 0. Now it is saying for each A in keys of D. That means the D dictionary is involved in this part of the missing code. So for whatever are the keys of D, for each of those keys, we are checking if A is less than length of keys of D of A. Can you tell from here anything about dictionary D? What type of a dictionary it is?
Empty.
Just check the
Initially it's
notation.
empty. It
Empty.
will
No,
have
that's not what I'm asking. See, I'm asking if I write keys of D, this gives me what?
Unique
either
Uh,
value.
the category
unique
of
items.
the
List
No,
of
no,
keys.
no, no,
That's
not particular answers. I'm just asking what does the keys function give for any dictionary D?
Shopping
unique
bills.
It is
items.
a list of keys of this dictionary, right?
Not the cookie.
Just the keys function. Don't go for this particular question. I'm saying just the keys function in itself for any dictionary gives what? List of keys of that dictionary, right?
yes.
Now see here, keys of D of A. So D is already a dictionary and A is a key of this dictionary. So D of A should give what? The value that is stored against
Value.
A. Now I am
Yes.
saying keys of D of A. So what can I say about D dictionary now? It is a nested
A.
dictionary. It is a nested dictionary. That means A is also a dictionary. Something like this. See, just for example, let's say A is a key. Against A dictionary is stored. Key, let's say K1, K2, something like this. Again, B is an outer key against which the value is again a dictionary. Let's say K3, K4, some key values. So this is the structure of dictionary D. It is a nested dictionary. That's why we can ask this length of keys of D of A. So D of A means D of A, whatever value is stored against A is also a dictionary. That's why we can ask the keys function to work on that. Understood? When I say D of A in this example, what is the dictionary that I get for D of A? This dictionary, right?
Yes.
This is the value stored
Nested
against
dict value.
A. Yes. So when I say keys of D of A, it is asking me for the list of keys K1 and K2 inside here. Got it? Can you understand this much? Is nested dictionary concept clear? See, these things you have to identify in exam, right? That if I see keys of D of A means D is a nested dictionary because A is definitely a key of D, and it is storing a dictionary. That's why I can ask for the keys of that dictionary. Okay, now let's try to understand what the missing code part is. So here it is saying that if A is less than length of keys of D of A, then A is assigned to length of keys of D of A. Okay, so this is basically maximizing length. Okay, let's see the first option. A represent maximum number of unique items sold by a shop. This is our goal. So first, if condition is checking if the current card you have picked, if the shop name is a key of D, right? So if is key is true, then it is saying create a empty dictionary. Is this correct?
No,
If it was already a key, then why would I
because
create? Right?
yes,
Hmm.
yeah,
I should create this if it is not a key. If I have a new shop name which is not a key, then I should create a key for that. So see the second option. If not is key, if the x dot shop name, let's say SB stores, it is not a key of dictionary D initially. Initially D is empty. Right. Let's say I have read the first card, which is from SB stores. SB stores is not yet a key of D, right? So I will create a key. So not is key becomes true when is key becomes false. So SB store is not a key, is key gives false, not of false is true. So create a store. Create a key value pair. So now D dictionary contains a key for SB stores, against which I have an empty dictionary stored. Now let's say I pick the second card, which is also from SB stores. But at this point, we already have a key. So I'll go to the else part. Not of is key will give false. So I'll go to the else part and x dot shop name item is true. So what is this? What is item? Can I directly write item like this? There is an item list, right, that I have to go through. Look, for every card, there are different items, right? Item 1, 2, 3, like this. So if I pick a card SB store that has this list of items, initially D dictionary was empty. If this is the first card I picked, then I created a key for that store name, right? SB stores is now a key, and against that an empty dictionary is stored. Now if the second card I pick is also from SB stores, right, and it also has some items, let's say 4, 5, 6, some other items. So now in this dictionary, what do I want to store? There is already a dictionary for SB stores. In this small dictionary, inner dictionary, what do I store? In this code, is this a valid syntax? Can I directly write that shop name item true? That is for this particular shop name SB store, this is the key. And in the nested dictionary for item, I will set to true. Which item? This is the item list. So I have to go through the items one by one. Can I directly write item set to true?
No.
So this is syntax
no,
error.
Category you have to.
No, item. See, in the first question, in the first option, you have for each item in item list, set dshop item to true. This is doable. But here the item is coming out of nowhere. Where is the item list? What is item? Item was never defined before this point, right? So it will throw an error. Now come to option C. Up to this line 3, everything is same, right? If SB stores is not a key, create a key for it, and the corresponding value is an empty dictionary. Okay. Now for each item in item list, see, it is not an else part. This will happen, right? Anyways, whether it is a key or not, this item list will be traversed. So for each item in item list, x dot shop name, now we have the dictionary for this SB stores, this empty dictionary. And for every item, we will set the value to true. That is, this item was purchased from SB stores.
This is correct.
This is correct. Okay, like the dictionary in a dictionary would look like this. Item 1 true, item 2 true, whatever items are there, right? And option D, why is option D not true? Because here again, see, it is checking
because
is key.
yeah,
Okay, so if SB
duplicate
stores is
element
not a
marking
key,
true.
Let's understand. If first of all SV stores is not a key, so it comes to else part, creates a key with empty dictionary as value. If it is already a key, then for each item in item list of X, it is setting this. So why is this not correct?
Madam, already one first shop not created this item list. It will create only the key. That
Correct.
dictionary.
So for the first shop, it is never creating the it is never traversing through the item list. Only till the second shop it will start going to item list, right? But we don't want that. For the first shop also we need the item list and all the shops. So it cannot be in a separate condition like else or if. It has to occur no matter what. So it is outside of the if block. Right. Whether you are creating the key or the key is already created, we still have to go through the item list for every card. So for example, what this D dictionary should look like is, let's say SV stores is an outer key. And for that, a dictionary is there in which, let's say there are 5 cards from SV stores. 5 customers have bought things from SV stores. One of them bought item 1, so item 1 set to true. One of them bought item 2, so item 2 set to true. Like this for all 5 people. One of them might have bought more than one item. However many items were bought from SV stores, for all unique items, there will be a key. Again, another key can be Big Bazaar. For that also the same item list of unique items purchased. Understood? This is the structure of dictionary D. So option C is correct. Is this clear for everyone?
I get confused with the nested dictionary.
So nested dictionary, the concept is not clear to you.
Yes.
See, if this is a dictionary, I'm just saying in general sense, not in this question. This is a simple dictionary. Now, instead of these values, the values can be anything, right? There are no bounds on values of a dictionary. It can be a list, it can be a dictionary, anything. So here, if I had something like this,
Dictionary.
this is a nested dictionary. This is a dictionary within dictionary.
Okay.
Right. That's the concept used here. In this question, what is happening? The outer dictionary keys, ABC, are the unique shop names. And the inner dictionaries are storing what? A list of, not list, it is also dictionary, right? The keys are unique items that have been purchased from store A.
So DA is will give a
A
value.
dictionary. DA
Yeah.
is a dictionary. Yes.
DA will give a value.
Value which is
from
a dictionary.
Dictionary. Okay.
Okay. So now come to the
Okay.
next part of the question. Here, A is set to 0. Okay. Now our D dictionary has been created. D dictionary has this structure that I mentioned here. Okay. But the question is not over yet. It is asking for
Then what
each.
is length there?
I'm coming to that. Length of a list gives you what?
The total number of items
In the list.
Yes.
What does keys function return for a dictionary?
Key will return the total number of unique key that that
In
will
the
have.
form of a list.
In the form of a list, yes.
Right. So keys function on a dictionary returns the list of keys of that dictionary. So it will
Okay,
give
and
you
DA
the
returns
length
the
of that
value.
list. That is how many keys are there.
Okay.
So for each A in keys of D, what are the outer keys, the shop names? So let's say the first A is SV stores. Okay. So what is D of A? That is how many unique items have been purchased from SV stores. That is D of this dictionary.
Agreed.
So what is the length of D of A?
Total
The
number
number of unique items from
item
SV
purchased.
stores.
Yes, agreed.
Yes. So if I see that that number is greater than A, then that number is stored in A. Now this is for all the keys. Next I'll check for Big Bazaar. Let's say 50 unique items were purchased from SV stores, 60 were purchased from Big Bazaar. So the greater one will be stored in A. Right. So basically this is just a loop to find the maximum number of unique items that have been purchased.
Okay.
So A represents maximum number of unique items sold by a shop, right? So we just had to choose the correct fragment. That is this one. See. Is it clear now?
So why not option D is also correct?
Which option?
Option D.
Because again in option D, see, for the first card that I encounter, let's say this is the first card from SB stores. Okay. This also has some items, let's say 1, 2, 3. These items should also be present in the item list, right? In the inner dictionary for SB stores. But will it be present? Is key will give false because it is not yet a key.
It is
So
the
it will
first
come to
card,
else
yes.
part. Yeah. So
Else
the
card.
first card, it will not be stored by items.
Okay, empty.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Had it been not empty, had it been the situation they have stored some value, then in that case, will that be true?
That is, you mean that if it is already a key, SB stores is already a
No,
key.
no. We are seeing the first card. It is
Hmm.
not there in our list. So we are going
Yeah.
the else walk, and we are instead of giving it a like empty
No,
thing.
see, here the only solution is what you can do is there should be a statement outside of the if else blocks which goes through the item list regardless of whether it is a new key or an old one, right?
Okay.
Because for each card you have to traverse through the item list. So that's why option C is correct, because this for each block that traverses through the item list, it is not inside if or else block. It happens regardless of whether if condition is satisfied or not. That is, whether it is a new key or not, we will check the item list and add it to the dictionary of the particular shop.
Just to make the concept more clear, could you like make the changes in the fourth, like the code to make it
That
work?
Ma'am,
okay.
can
If
we
I
do?
want to make it work, what are the changes should I be focusing on?
In doing in option D, right?
Yes.
Madam, can we use that second and third after that this one, madam?
Didn't get you. Come again.
No. After else block, whatever in the third and second and the third statements in D, madam, can be used in the else block also.
In which option?
In D.
In D.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. You are saying this part, right? If we
Second and third
they
part
also use it
after
in.
this one.
We can do that. In else part also, if you add these two lines, right? For each item in item list, you check. So then it becomes correct. Because even if you're creating a new key, then also you're checking the item list. If it is already a key, then also you're going through the item list. So this is one of the solutions. This is the answer to what he was asking, that how we can fix this option. You can just add these two lines here also. Okay. There is other solution also, which can be shorter than this. Basically, we should keep in mind that for every card we encounter, the item list should be traversed and the unique item should be added to the corresponding correct dictionary for that shop, right? Okay. So this is saying we have a non-empty list called auth list that stores the names of all authors in the dictionary, all authors in the library data set. Okay. By alphabetical order of author name. Every book in the table creates an entry in author list for each of its. Every book in the table creates an entry in author list for each of its authors. Okay. This results in many duplicates in author list. This is same as that publisher problem, that every book has an author. Now many books have the same author. So there are duplicates in the author list, but they are alphabetically sorted. The following procedure attempts to extract the unique list of authors while preserving the sorted order. Okay, you see, this is the exact same question. The one we were solving in that practice question set.
Yes.
We saw that
Yes.
publisher question. This is very similar to that. See here, what they have done is, see, unique list is initially empty and then it is
Empty.
appended with last of author list. Okay.
That's what, yeah, there the unique list was not empty. And that's where the confusion
Yeah,
was.
but see here, the line error is in line 2. That is, this is wrong. Unique list should not contain anything in the beginning.
In that
That's why.
case, in the previous question, in the first line itself, unique list was not empty.
Yeah. So that's why the first line should be it should be an empty list, first of all.
Yes.
Right. Okay, let's see this question still. So unique list is initially empty, then we are adding a last of author list. Okay. Let's take a example list. Like these are the author names A, B, C, C. So there are duplicates, right? So unique list is initially empty. Now unique list contains last of author list. So what is unique list at this point? Containing C.
C.
Okay. Previous is containing what? First of author list, that is A.
Hmm.
Okay.
A.
See, this was different in the last question. Previous was containing the last, and the
Hmm.
first was added in unique list, right?
Hmm.
So for each X in rest of author list, so rest of author list means now this part is available to us. If X is equal to previous, I'm just going with whatever is given in the code. So X is currently what? A. What is previous A? Is it equal? Yes. So then it is getting appended again. That means unique list contains
A.
C and A,
C and A.
right? But is it preserving the sorted order?
No.
No. So this is wrong. Okay.
Ma'am, it is A, comma A. Because we are comparing with X to
Yeah,
prev.
we are comparing with X, right? What is X currently in rest of author list? The second element. This is also A. And previous is what? First of author list. Okay. So that is also A. So previous is A, X is A. Both are equal. So if condition satisfied, A is added to unique list. So unique list becomes C, comma A. But this is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the correct alphabetical order, right? That's why it is wrong. Because see, we have to extract the unique list of authors while preserving the sorted order. Okay. Now,
Why is
so
why
tell me.
store C, comma A?
Initially, unique list is storing what? Last of author list. What is last of author list? C.
Yes, C.
Okay. Then I
Okay.
started from this rest of the list and I got A. So A is appended after that. So error in line 2. What is the error? That we can't start with the last element, that will not preserve the order. Anyways, if you take the last element, it will never preserve the order, right? This, you can just point out this is wrong by not even solving the rest of the code, because it is already sorted in alphabetical order. And this is not sorted. You're starting with the last element. So definitely this is wrong. Again, line 3 is fine. We should start comparing with the first element, which was wrong in that publisher question, right? We should start comparing with the first element. This is fine. But what else is wrong? Line 5. This should be if X is not equal to prev, right? If these two are equal, then why will I add X? Right? We are only adding unique elements. So if X is not equal to previous, then you add. So error in line 2 as well as error in line 5, I think. Yeah, A and C are correct.
And then the second line should have a unique list plus first, right? Because we are not adding the
See,
first element.
if I have the first element here, right? This is what you're saying, first of author list.
Yes.
Okay. So then I have in unique list, I have A present. Okay. If I keep the rest of the code same, okay, just change this not equal to sign here in line 5. What is previous? First of author list, which is A. For each X in rest of author list, so second item it starts from, which is also A. If A is not equal to A, right? This condition is
Yes.
perfect. A is not equal to A is invalid. So A will not be added to unique list.
Yeah.
Right? When I go for next B, okay, so now my X is B, my previous is, it was changed in the previous iteration. Now previous is still A because X was A in the last iteration. So
Okay.
again, this A not equal to B thing, this prevails. What is
Okay.
B currently? This is the X. So this will be added. Unique list becomes A comma B. So these two changes, if you make, that is line 2, unique list should be added with first of author list, and line 5, X not equal to previous, then this becomes a correct code. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
See, I would say that since we saw 2 of such questions, right, it would be good if you just do a dry run. For those of you who are still having confusion in this, just take a list like I did and do a dry run using all the different codes and try to track what the error is. Okay, because these are the, I would say, the difficult questions where you have to spot an error. Okay, so just do a dry run. Even in exam also, take a small sample space like this and do a dry run. Okay. Question 8 is the following pseudocode is executed using library dataset. Let P be a list of authors. After execution of pseudocode below, dictionary X should store the number of books having at least. Okay, now we have some conditions here. Again, library dataset, P is a list of authors. After execution of this pseudocode, dictionary X should store the number of books having at least 200 pages and written in or after the year 2000 by author X from the list P. Okay. So from just reading the question, what can we say about the keys of dictionary? What are the keys of the dictionary?
The number of
Author
books
name.
that has
No,
Author name.
just yes, author name, correct. Unique author names, those are the keys of dictionary. So let's say there is some XYZ author. So the question is saying that for this XYZ author, the value should be what? Dict of X should be storing number of books having at least 200 pages and written in or after year 2000 by this particular author XYZ. Got it? So for every author in this P list, we have to find out what is this number. That is number of books that have at least 200 pages and written in or after the year 2000 by this particular author. So in or after the year 2000 means what should be the year? Greater than equal to 2000. Right, this is the condition. And books should have at least 200 pages. That means if X is the book, so X dot pages or number of pages is at least means what symbol? Greater than equal to 200. Is there any other condition?
Yeah, both conditions should be satisfied.
Both the conditions should be satisfied. Okay, now
Yeah.
just we have to complete this pseudocode. So dictionary is initially empty. So for each author in P. So see, for every author X from the list P, we have to check this, right? So we create a key value pair for every author from this, right? So for each author in list P, create a key value pair. So initially the dictionary is containing, let's say author A is to 0, B is to 0, C is to 0. That is unique author names and all values are now set to 0 because we haven't calculated anything yet. We just created key value pairs for each author from list P. Now, in the while loop, now we will be traversing through the library dataset. Okay, so just this implementation. What we have to check is these two conditions are correctly applied or not. So it is card that we pick. We are checking if that author is a key of dictionary D. That is, it is already a key, right? Of course, it has to be a key because all authors from P are already there in the dictionary. We have created the key value pair. So if it is a key and if the number of pages is greater than equal to 200, is this at least? This is at least or at
Yeah.
most?
At least.
This is at least. And the year is greater than equal to 2000. So both conditions are satisfied or not?
Satisfied.
Right. Written by the correct author from list P. That's why it is a key in the dictionary already. If it was some other author outside of list P, there wouldn't be a key value pair for this present in the dictionary. Right. And the pages are greater than equal to 200 and the year written is greater than equal to 2000. And see, these two conditions are joined by and, right? So both must satisfy at the same time. So option A looks correct. Let's see the other ones. Here this is wrong. Why? Because there is an or condition.
Yes.
Right. Can't be or because it is clearly mentioned that by author X from list P. This is not optional. And these options are also not optional. These conditions. So or is not correct. Option C is saying you start with C and D with false values. Now we are just checking the conditions separately. That if this author is a key of the dictionary and the number of pages are greater than equal to 200, then C is set to true. If the author is a key of the dictionary and the year is greater than equal to 2000, then D is set to true. If C and D both are true, then it is incremented by 1. Is this correct or not?
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. Because both have to be true. So and condition prevails. Option D, what is the mistake here? C or D.
Or.
Right. So even if one of the conditions fails, it will still increment, which should not happen. So A and C are correct answer. Is this clear for everyone? Any doubt? Here, the best thing is that we are already creating the key value pairs in the beginning before the while loop, right? So that any external author you can automatically eliminate. Okay, now 9 and 10, these last two questions, they are from the same data, right? So just focus on this pseudocode. So this is from words data set. Again, B is set to 0, S list is empty list, W list is empty list. Okay, look at this very carefully. Okay. We have two empty lists, S list, W list. Now, while loop starts here, ends here. So we go through all the cards in the words data set in this while loop. Okay, each card you see, you move it to table 2. And in W list, what do you store? The part of speech of that card. Okay. Now, if condition will become true only when you are at the end of a sentence, because if X word ends with a full stop, that is, you are at the end of a sentence, then only you can enter this if block. Okay. But tell me something, in W list, for every sentence, what will be present in W list? The part of speech of all the words, right? In W list, for
All
a
the words in
particular
the
sentence,
sentence.
the part of speech of all the words in the sentence will be stored, right? Because that is outside of the if condition. Then once you reach the end of the sentence, then only this if condition will work. Okay. So this if starts here and it ends here. So inside the if condition, in a variable, we call this procedure do something with W list as parameter. Now come to do something procedure definition. Now the control shifts directly to here. Okay. Whatever this procedure returns will be stored in A. Okay. So what is L? W list is nothing but list of part of speech of all the words in a particular sentence, right? So count is initially 0 for each P in L. That is for each part of speech in the list. If P is noun, if the current part of speech is noun, then increment count. So basically, it is just counting the number of nouns in a particular sentence. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that count is being returned. Where is it stored? In A. After that, in line 9, we are checking if A is greater than B. Okay, B is initially set to 0. So anything, of course, will be greater than 0 only. If a sentence has even 1 now, it will be greater than B initially. Okay, so whatever is the greater value is being stored in B. Then, listen, remember we are at the end of a sentence, right? This is the last word of some sentence for which this iteration is happening. Now, S list is being added with W list. So S list is a list which is being appended with W list. So S list becomes list of lists, right? W list itself is a list, S list itself is a list. When you add a list inside a list as an element, it becomes nested list. Then W list is again set to empty list. That means when you go for the next sentence, first word of next sentence, W list is now emptied out.
Could you reiterate from line 12?
I'll just take a quick example. Let's say these are the two sentences. For the first sentence, W list will contain what? Just tell me that. For the first sentence, when you reach the word student, at this point, W list contains what? The part of speech of all 4 words, right? P1, P2, P3, P4. Right? Now, when you're at the last word student, then this if condition works. Right? And then we calculate how many nouns are in this word. So that means P1, P2, P3, P4. Out of this, how many are nouns? That count is stored in A. And then if we check that A is greater than B, then B is set to A. This is fine. Now, regardless of whether the nested if this works or not, S list is appended with W list. So now S list contains what? It is a list of lists. P1, P2, P3, P4. And W list is again reset to empty list. So now when you go for the next sentence. I like math. The part of speech of all three of these will also be stored in W list. Just like this, let's say P4, P5, P6, P7, whatever the part of speeches are. So for every new sentence, W list is reset to an empty list, right? So what is the goal? What is S list? What is W list?
S list
First,
number of sentence and W list number of word in a sentence.
S list, you're correct. The number of items in S list equals to number of sentences in the data set. Right.
Dataset.
Each item of S list is a list in itself, which is containing the part of speech of all the words of that
In a
sentence.
sentence, right?
Right. W list for each of the sentences is a list containing the part of speech of all the words. Right. And W list is reset before starting any new sentence.
Mm.
Up to this is clear. What is B? For every sentence, I am counting the number of nouns and I'm checking whether A is greater than B, then B is set
The
to A.
maximum number of noun in a sentence.
So B is representing maximum number of nouns in a sentence. So what is the question asking at the end of pseudocode? Which of the following statements is or are correct? B represents maximum number of nouns in a sentence across all sentences. Correct. W list represent list of part of speech of all words in the dataset. Is this correct?
No, W list empty.
W list represent part of speech of only the words in a particular sentence, not all words in the dataset. So this is wrong. A is representing the number of nouns in a particular sentence. This is correct. In A, we are storing the count. Right. In A, you're calling do something,
Yeah.
which is returning count of nouns. So A is returning number of nouns in a particular sentence. D, W list represents the list of part of speech of words in the last sentence. No. W list is returning the part of speech of words in every sentence, not just the last sentence, right? But at the end of execution also, W list will be reset. So when you have no more sentences, W list is empty. So D is also wrong. So A and C are correct. Question 9 is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see question 10. What will length of S list represent? This also you told. What is the answer?
Total number of sentences.
Total number of sentences in words data set, because S list contains W lists, right? And W lists are for every individual sentence. So as many W lists are appended in S list, that many number of sentences are in my data set. So total number of sentences in words data set. This is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
So that was your quiz 2 paper for last term. I hope all the questions were clear. This is a very standard paper, okay? And many of these questions have been repeated. So you can go through this one more time at your own pace. Okay. Now for tomorrow also, I think you have another session, right? Tomorrow is another session. Tomorrow, I think there is a CT session from 6 to 8. So that is the revision session also. So if you have any particular doubts, you can ask in tomorrow's session, or if any place you are not understanding the theoretical concept, you can also ask. Okay, so tomorrow is for doubt clearing as well. All right, I will wrap it up then. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thank you for joining and all the best for quiz 2.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.